I'm Chris Sukalski, and this is Reiland Farms, LLP. I'm in a partnership here with my brother. He manages the agronomy, which is 1,000 acres at Spring Valley, and then I manage the cows here, the 350 cows and about 400 acres here to feed the cows. So our breeding program has kind of morphed from what we used to do was just 100% timed AI, and now I've done some experimenting with some of the older cows, which these are behind me here. We've got 9, 10, 11-year-old cows in this pen, and some of those I have lengthened out my voluntary wait period because the activity system gave me the confidence to do that and not be so reliant on that timed AI protocol. So I've let some of these cows go and not even begun breeding them till about 100 days in milk, because I'm tired of trying to dry off a cow that's still giving 100 pounds of milk. I would rather have her make a longer lactation, fewer total calvings, fewer total lactations, and be able to, make more milk that way. And now it's given me more cushion, I guess, to feel like, we'll still know when they're in heat, and we can just take our time and do it more on the cow's schedule. If she wants to give 170 pounds a day, let's just give her room to do that. So we've got it set up so they don't get an active tag until they get about a year old, and then we'll give them an active tag in our barn at the farm in Spring Valley where we do the heifer breeding. And that's been a godsend because that was near impossible to find heats just on tail chalking, visual observation, whatever. We were just incompetent there. I was about ready to start having a live bull again, and this has really made breeding those heifers possible. So successful in helping us find heats. We thought we were doing a good job, but this really proved that we weren't. And now this really does help us to find heats. The first thing I noticed the most was when we would do preg check, which we do every Monday morning. Rather than finding lots of open cows, now it was like pregnant, very few open cows. So that's easy to see the success. It has really moved our reproduction program forward immensely. Well, we definitely have better preg rate, definitely a better conception rate. Right now we're running like a 52% conception rate on our first lactation animals. It's been very helpful in the repro. So I really appreciate the format that the data comes to me in, so I can see, what percentages this animal's heat, and then the different windows of the ideal breeding times. I guess if it just popped up and said, hey, this cow's in heat, I wouldn't have anything to bank that on, where being able to see different metrics really does give me confidence of, how good of a heat is it? When should I breed her? That really helps to have the rest of the story. Be more confident with every breeding and feel like we can afford to pay more for the semen and to potentially give up a little bit of conception because of the sex semen, because we're making up for it on the other end, being so zeroed in on the heat detection. Really kind of a no-brainer. I mean, some of the technology that's out there is so costly. I mean, robotic milkers, you name it. There's a lot of technology we could embrace, but this one is one that I feel like if you're in the dairy industry in 2025, you should be using some kind of active tags.